Hey, John, I'm so excited for tarot time today because I'm all over the moon.
Yes,
Oh,
all
I'm
over the
over the
moon.
moon. Good
Perfect.
one.
Perfect.
So, what have you got for us today?
All right, today's cards are the Nine of Swords and the Moon. So we'll take the Nine of Swords first. As you can see, this gal here is sad. So the Nine of Swords is a sad card. It's kind of the fears card. So the mantra for this from Chris Ann's deck is, "I see my fears as the illusions that they are." So it kind of represents a state of worry or anxiety, racing thoughts, overwhelming concerns, and it's kind of a weighty card, right? So getting the Nine of Swords, actually most of the swords cards are pretty heavy, but with the mantra that Chrisanne puts in there, "I see my fears as the illusion that they are." The important thing, the turnaround there is your fears are probably unfounded. I think it was Mark Twain that said um, something to the effect of, um, "I've had horrible. There's been so many horrible things in my life that never actually happened." Um,
Mm,
so what he was getting at there was that most of us fear the bad things more than the actual bad things that happen. It's the fear of them that actually is um, the fear is the worst part. So if you can see your fears as an illusion, you can get through that fear, and they just melt away.
right. So, yeah, some of the worst things in my life never even happened.
Yep.
That's what we said. Some of the
Yes.
worst things in
Some
my
of the
life
worst things
never
in my
even
life
happened.
never actually. Right. So, and he it's a
I
human.
love that is the mantra she put for that card
I do too.
because fear is the number one crushing emotion, energy, whatever you want to call it, happening right now.
Right.
Fear is what's driving everything.
Politics and
Po-
culture
mhm.
and
I mean, look at just simply how paralyzed some of the brilliant spiritual entrepreneurs that we know are, and they're paralyzed by fear.
mhm.
Fear of the internet, fear of social media, fear of Facebook. I don't know why everybody's so friggin' afraid of Facebook, but whatever. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, what
Right.
what are you afraid of? Like, fear of ghosts, fear of what if I charge money for my gifts, and uh, what if I charge money for my gifts and I'm wrong to do that? And what? So what? What's
Right.
gonna happen?
Right.
You know, like
Yep.
I'm here to tell you there's no hell, folks. So sorry to burst your bubble, but nothing's gonna happen to you.
Yeah. You know,
Anyway, fear is
just
a
on that note, real quick, I was listening. So I was watching the New Year's Eve ball drop thing, and they always play John Lennon's "Imagine" song,
imagine,
and I
right?
was listening to the lyrics of that. I was like, "Oh, that's really good."
Yeah,
Imagine
right.
if there's no heaven. Imagine there's no hell. Imagine if there's no past and no future. And imagine if everyone just wanted to be one in the present. I'm
So
like,
if you think about it, he's describing the other side, right?
yes, it's really, really. I was
It's
just
pretty
captivated.
profound,
It was the first time I'd actually listened to all the lyrics. I'm like, dude, that's that's my song.
right?
So good stuff.
Okay, well, we've got that. So
Oh yes, let's go on to the moon card.
well, I was going to say what so this is what I want to know. What effect does the moon have on the fear?
Okay, so um, the the main point of the moon card is kind of the unknown. So you can take it in several directions, but it can be the idea of a mystery or of illusion or of not seeing the whole picture. And what I think that is getting back with is back to the mantra, I see my fears as the illusion that they are.
Mhm.
If you got these two cards in a reading, what I would say is, okay, what's going on is you're fearful about something, and just remember you're not seeing the whole picture. And what you need to remember is that there's fear. Fear is an illusion that's blocking you. Get around it, get over it, get through it, and know that there's something much more mysterious beyond that, beyond your fears.
Snap out of it. I'm sorry. I heard it. I had to
Right.
share it.
Tarot sometimes has a way of being a little snooty with some of the cards that the messages that come through.
Yeah, right. But I mean, it's looking at and especially because this is the first week of the year, the first tarot time of the year. It's no accident that the cards fell the way that they fell, and
Yep.
and even though it may have looked like we were just focusing on two cards, the cards were intentionally, unintentionally specific to the times that they showed up,
Yep.
right?
Yep. I would agree with that. Yep.
And so everything I get, everything that comes through, everybody I talk to is all the channelers, people are channeling, is like, move away from the fear. But what's more interesting than that even is the idea that if you look at that um that spectrum of emotions.
Yeah. From the Abraham.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's other people that have done it as well, but there are a number of them where the love is counter to fear, right?
Sure.
If
Love's on
you
the
talk
top,
to a
fears on the
lot of
bottom.
people, love is counter to fear. And so, the message really is this, that we need to move back into love.
Hmm.
And love doesn't mean uh love doesn't isn't necessarily mushy
Right.
or
It's not romantic or
right.
love is that overwhelming energy that just wants everything to be joyful.
Right. And to do well. You
Yep.
want, love is not hooray for me, too bad for you.
Right.
Love is there's enough for me and for you.
Yep.
And I love to see us both succeed,
Yep.
which is why,
Lift each
uh,
other up.
right. And which is why I think that 2024 is calling for collaboration
Hmm.
and compassion and, all of those things that are, in fact, we talked about this on the regular episode, how we've been looking inward. We've been looking inward for quite a few years now, and now it's time to start interacting with someone else. So
Hmm.
compassion is another person.
Yep.
Yes, we need to learn compassion for ourselves as well, but one of the ways to let go of anger and resentment is to find compassion.
Mm.
Right,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good
if
point.
you're holding on to anger against someone else for something they did, you have to um find compassion for them. You just do,
Hmm.
because
Yep.
compassion is the bridge to forgiveness.
Yeah.
it-
Yep.
you know so I love that this is the beginning of the year, and it's you have fear there. It's an illusion.
Hmm.
It really is, because so many things people are afraid of are just mind-boggling to me.
Right.
Like, why are you afraid of Canva? I don't understand. I mean, I can understand not getting it, not liking it. You don't understand how it works, whatever. But why are you afraid of it? I don't understand being afraid.
Right.
But that's me, a bull in a china shop. But we have the Nine of Swords telling you your fears are an illusion. You got your eyes covered. You're hoping, right?
Yep. Yep.
You're
There. That illusion. Now that illusion's gone.
right. Like, just
Yep.
look.
Yep.
And then if you look at the moon, you know, it brings the energy half of the month of the light with it,
Yep. Let
right?
me read the mantra for the moon real quick. So
Oh,
the
yes,
mantra for
please
this
do.
card is I am safe and I reach new levels of unconscious knowing as I surrender to the will of the universe. So part of that getting over those fears is just surrendering, knowing the universe has your back.
That's exactly right. Brilliant. Couldn't have said it better myself. Wow. Well, let us start this new year with quashing our fears by surrendering to the universe, the spirit, our guides, teachers, and angels,
Mm-hmm.
our friends, our collaborators, our family, our loved ones, our dogs. I know the dogs. I mean, the dogs are just the best, aren't they? Like,
I love animals so much. So
um,
we'll have to have it. We're gonna have to do a an animals episode.
wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe we could find an animal communicator. I know an
Ooh,
animal communicator, a
okay.
couple of
Cool.
them. Um,
Awesome.
yeah, that would be very fun. We could talk about what it's like to do. All right, listen, we need to get off the stream. This was tarot time.
Yes.
So
We're
thank you
planning great
so
things
much.
for you in 2024,
Yeah,
friends.
we really are. We have so many ideas. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Remember to try and release that fear and bring it out into the light and show it some love.
Mm-hmm.
Many times by showing your younger self some love, you can alleviate some of those fears.
Mm,
So
good.
maybe 2024 is a little bit about, that inner child work too.
Nice.
But I think inner child work requires somebody to help you do it. I mean, I just do. I think you should find somebody that can help you with that, an energy worker or a reader or somebody, because you're looking through the same eyes,
Mm,
right? You need
mm-hmm.
somebody that can help you see your blind
Yep.
spots. Anyhow, thank you so much for listening. I see we actually do have a listener right now. So
Yes.
we appreciate you for coming on. Drop it in the comments if you're interested in hearing the story of the Fool's Journey, because I can't wait for that one,
Yep.
actually. And that's coming up when we get to the end of the card. So how long do you think?
A couple more weeks. I think we've got 2 or 3 more weeks, and then we're done with the deck.
Oh,
And
okay.
yep.
Except for the ones that are attached to the end of the original episodes.
True.
We still haven't figured out what we're gonna do about that yet. But meanwhile, this will go into its own playlist, the Tarot Time playlist, and we'll sort all that out.
Yep.
Anyway, thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.